this summer school on poverty eradication, we are discussing the problem of access to land and how access to land has an impact on food security. You have been working on a very important project, and you can tell us something about these issues.
Yes. So FAO, together with different partners around the world, the UN system has been working on developing voluntary guidelines on the responsible governance of tenure of land, fisheries and forests in the context of national food security. So that's recognizing that food security is a central element for the livelihoods of people and for the development of our countries and nations. And especially in the context of food security, the questions of access to land, control over land, management of land, fisheries and forests is central. And especially the way these resources are governed, the way the decisions are taken about their use and how these decisions are enforced and put into practice. So ensuring that people are accountable to their decisions and act in a responsible way. So for giving people an access to natural resources in a well-governed way will then contribute to better food security of people around the world.
You were talking about food safety. How does food safety relate to food security? How can we think about food safety in view of promoting development?
Food safety is a fundamental part of food security. Food security means to have enough food, enough safe food for all the citizens of the world. And actual data collected by FAO indicates that almost 1/3 of the food that is produced is get lost or wasted due to contamination, spoilage, or other problems during the steps from production to consumption. It is therefore fundamental to apply good practices to reduce contamination of food. That means at the end to have more food available and safer food for all the people.
We have been talking about indigenous people and within the issue of poverty, eradicating poverty and access to land. What can you tell us about the poverty issue within this broad theme of indigenous?
Well, generally, across the globe, indigenous peoples are disproportionately represented among the poor. So they have consistently lower scores than other sectors of the population with regards to income, with regards to access to job, health, education, etc., etc. And to some extent that is a reflection of the marginalization that they face and very particularly the non-recognition of the rights to land and territories and resources. But to some extent it may also reflect just the negative stereotyping of these peoples because their concepts of well-being and wealth and poverty may be very different from the mainstream societies.
Access to land, access to food. How do they connect?
So our analysis of the causes of hunger are that people are hungry because they don't have access to enough resources, and the most important one is land. You also need access to seeds, you need access to land, to irrigation, to water. Land is a key asset, and it's also because people don't have access to sufficient wage or social security systems. It's based on the analysis of Amartya Sen in the 80s. And so there is a very clear relationship between land and food security. Among the people who are hungry in the world, 70% it's because they are not have access to enough land, small-scale landowner or landless people. So it's key to have food security and access to the people.